kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but why not? I decided to go over the vehicle and the wheels with straight Panzer gray. That's XF63. So the front is gray. Now the extra parts that were on the turret is also gray, and it's just a nice base. I'm getting ahead of myself because this doesn't have to be now, but why not? It's again going with the shading mix. Again, this is gonna look mighty dramatic, but it gets toned down later. With the shading mix, simply go over every let's call it feature of the tank. This is again very dark red, brown, and black mix. Everything gets a hit. The corners of the bins, the corners of the vehicle, the hinges, the lift hooks. Again, as I mentioned before, the overspray from this creates half tones and creates a variety of colors that will later, when the process of dry brushing comes up, brings out all the details. If it feels a little bit too heavy, you tone it down a bit with the gun. Once applied, later there's so many other steps. Have nothing to worry about. This area here will be mostly dirt, and I'm still going over it. They pull pair. These rivets up front, they got their heat. But still gets a hit. The commander's hatch. This part of the commander's hatch is actually plastic, rubber. So it's actually, that's more or less the color it will end up. For it. Okay, chicken time. Never too early to do this, really, because You can do it more. You can add other colors in overspray. Tone it down. Whoa. Even a place I went really heavy, like there, once dry, it's already not as heavy. The toughest spot for this vehicle and its markings is this visor or fake visor or whatever it is, because this is a visor, it has a shape. But this one creates a step here that this is where they would put their markings. On the other side, you don't have it. But on this side, you have to work the number. Yeah, they painted these by hand, but decals just don't look good painting by hand. Usually what I do is a mixture of masking and painting by hand. Still not sure what number this vehicle is gonna get. Usually what I call close numbers are easier, you know, like 1s, 3s, hardest ones are 4s. Because you have to, even if you make a stencil, you have to make a bridge for the interior part to get blocked out. You know? Okay. Now we're gonna keep going shading in the underneath. Okay, short video here, just to show a little bit of what's been done. Went over everything with the gray. And added some of the shading. If it looked too dramatic, you already can see that it's not as dramatic, but what difference it makes from just a plain gray tank. It already looks much better. Added some of the shading to the underside. Painted the gray. And that'll have to be retouched later. Painted gray the parts of the wheels that will be shown. No shading then, but added some of the flat earth. So we're coming along. Just a quick add-on to the previous video.